I'm Sam and welcome to my first video on my new channel, Wander Farther. I thought a good first video would be something having to do with my most recent international trip, which took place this past May to Tokyo, Japan. More specifically, I'm going to cover the process of booking a hotel at the Tokyo Disney Resort, since it can be a little confusing to someone who's never done it before. I know I had to do like a ton of research on exactly what to do leading up to my booking window opening up. So the goal of this is just to kind of lay everything out for you and make things as easy as possible all in one video. Also, this is only going to cover hotels because vacation packages were not opened again when I had to plan this for my own trip, so I have no experience in vacation packages, so I am not your gal for that at the moment. I'm also going to talk about my experience staying at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, hoping to aid your decision if you're on the fence about staying at that hotel versus another one, or maybe you find out that that one's not for you. Hopefully I can help with my experience. I hope you enjoy this video and you find it helpful for your own adventure planning, but let's get right into it. Tokyo Disney Resort has two main types of hotels: the official Disney Resort hotels and the Good Neighbor hotels. We're going to be focusing on that first group. There are 5 official hotels in total: the Hotel Miracosta, the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, the Ambassador Hotel, Toy Story Hotel, and the Celebration Hotel, which consists of 2 sides, Wish and Discover. So 3 deluxe, 1 moderate, and 1 value. You can visit the Tokyo Disney Resort website to get all the details on each hotel and figure out which one is right for you and your trip. You'll find everything that you need to know, whether it be room types, transportation, reservations for restaurants, amenities, and literally anything you could need. And honestly, all of them have the excellent theming and quality Disney service that Disney is known for, so I don't think you can go wrong with any of the hotels. So I recommend that be your first stop with your trip planning adventure, and choosing which hotel is right for you and your specific itinerary. What's also very cool is that there is a portion at the very bottom of each hotel's main page that gives you in yen how much the cheapest hotel room available at that moment is for each night. So this will show you hotel rooms prices up to 7 days in advance of that 170 day booking window that Disney now has. It'll show you the cheapest available room at that moment. So for those 7 days in advance, it'll show you what is the least amount of money you'd have to pay per night if you got the cheapest hotel room that they offer in that hotel. How much would your trip hotel stay come out to? Now, those hotel rooms, specifically the cheaper ones, do book up very, very fast. So you need to keep in mind that there is a chance you won't get that very cheap one, so you might have to go up a level. You'll see that as time goes on, those numbers will start to creep higher as more and more people book those cheaper and then more moderately priced rooms. All you'll see as the day is coming up is the super expensive, like at least way too expensive for me, rooms, but that's because that's the cheapest available room that they have at that given moment, because all the cheaper rooms have been taken at this point. But I found that a really good tool in kind of preparing yourself for how much you'll spend on hotel for your Tokyo Disney Resort stay. Note that it won't tell you the exact room type that lowest is for, but it will show you that that is the lowest that you'll pay. The second thing that is super, super important when you're going to book a hotel at the Tokyo Disney Resort is your credit card that you're going to be using. The website for the reservations for both hotel and park tickets is known to be very finicky with non-Japanese credit cards. No one knows why. At least I don't think anyone knows why. It's just how it is, unfortunately. But people have historically had better luck with certain cards over others. Notably, MasterCards work the best if you don't have a Japanese credit card. This is what I used. I had no issue with it. People have gotten through with Visa and American Express as well, but MasterCard is the one that I've heard no one really has issues with. On top of that, you need to make sure that your 3D Secure is turned on, or whatever your card manufacturer issuer's equivalent is turned on. Basically, it's kind of an extra form of authentication to make sure that you are the one who are authorizing this transaction and that everything is good and you're set to go. Basically, when you put in your credit card information and hit confirm, submit, whatever that button says on the bottom, it's going to send you a text to confirm that this is you and that you are authorizing this purchase. So you need to have your phone at the ready when you're looking to do this, so that way you can just hit it and be done with it, because these hotel rooms, especially the cheaper ones, go like this. You do not want to waste a minute. As long as you plan on doing this before your booking window opens up, you should have no issue at all. Something you also need to keep in mind is that staying at a Tokyo Disney Resort hotel is really not a last minute decision, or really most cases can't be. If you want to secure the best hotels and more the cheapest rooms of those hotels, you need to know really far in advance that this is what your plan is to do. These bookings open up 170 days in advance now. And people snap them up like that. So you kind of have to have a plan together as soon as possible. Like I mentioned in the last section, you need to make sure that you have the credit card ready to go. A lot of hotels sell out really fast. There are a lot of categories that sell out within minutes of the block opening. The date and time you need to know is 170 days before at 10 a.m. Japan time. So you might need to do some conversion on what your local time is when it is 10 a.m. Japan time, because as soon as that clock hits 10 for them, everything opens up and it's kind of like survival of the fittest here. As soon as it hits 10, you're going to go to the Tokyo Disney Resort website and then click on the reservations tab. You'll be put in a waiting room, but it's no more than a couple of minutes. I think when I did mine, it was like, it listed 4 minutes, but I don't think it actually lasted that long. I'm going to walk you through the process on how to use the Tokyo Disney Resort website and then how to navigate to the reservations tab, as well as going through most of the process on how to actually book the hotel, so you'll be ready to go when your day, 170 days ahead of time, comes around.
Welcome to the Tokyo Disney Resort website. This is your one-stop shop for anything having to do with both parks, hotels, and reservations for your stay at the Tokyo Disney Resort. So before we get to the reservation and tickets tab, I want to highlight where you can find all the information for each hotel that you can stay at the Tokyo Disney Resort. Up here you can see that there are many tabs, one for each of the hotels, so you can click on one and check out anything having to do with that specific hotel. For example, this is the one for the Ambassador Hotel. Here you'll see any news and notifications about the hotel, such as maintenance, any closures, or anything like that. But if you scroll further, you can get an idea of what guest rooms are available to you for booking, anything having to do with reservations for any of the restaurants. You can get menus for the restaurants. Most of them are in Japanese, so just keep that in mind if you are looking for that. Further down, you can see what specialty events are going on at that hotel at the moment. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom on the page for the specific hotel, you'll see there's a room availability / rate calendar where you can get a glimpse as to what the cheapest hotel room on your specific night is still available. A lot of them are booked up by now because it's a really busy time, obviously, at the Tokyo Disney Resort. But as we go into the new year, you can now see that we're treading more on the lower side. So this is for the Tokyo Disney Hotel specifically. You can flip through each hotel here and see what the cheapest hotel room on your specific date is currently available. Now we're going to check out the reservations and tickets tab, which will bring you to the reservations and tickets website. It is a separate website, and this is what the homepage looks like for that. Now, if you are jumping on at 10 a.m. Japan time, you will be put into a waiting room. This is because of the heavy traffic on the site for when the next day's hotels open up. Do not worry, you will not be there very long. On this page, you can see many different ways to start your search for the Disney hotel that you are looking to stay at. You can also buy park tickets here. I personally don't have any experience with that because I went the route of the Disney hotels letting you purchase your park tickets upon check-in, which I recommend people take advantage of. That way you don't have to worry about going through a third party such as Klook. So for example, we're going to say that we want to stay at the Ambassador Hotel. So we're going to click on Resort Hotels. We're going to search by hotel, so we can only search for rooms available at the Tokyo Ambassador Hotel. Here is where you can see all the room types that they have available for you to possibly book. We're going to go for a Donald Duck room in this case. So we're going to check availability, put the number of people that will be staying in the room. Say we'll have one room for 2 nights. We click next. We're going to pick all the way out here. Tokyo Disney recently expanded the booking window so you can book out 170 days ahead of time. So keep that in mind when you're looking to book your room. Out in March of 2024, we can see all of these rooms available for the standard Donald Duck room, and this is about how much it will cost per night. Say we want to stay on the 12th. So we would click on that. We have 2 options. I personally don't know what the difference is here, but we're going to go for the cheaper one. We click reserve. Now it will list all of your information as to all the stuff you inputted for how many people will be staying, your information for your room, 2 nights at the Disney Ambassador Hotel, standard floor Donald Duck. And here you will agree to the terms and conditions of your room. You click next. This is where you need to log into a Disney account. The US Disney accounts will work here. You just have to log in. You log in and then it will load. It will say your booking is not yet complete, which is okay. This is where you make sure all of your user information is correct up here. Make sure all your information as the representative, the person making the booking, is correct on the 2nd section. On the 3rd section, you can add anybody on your party who may want to be able to make inquiries about this booking. I usually just leave it blank. They don't really contact you. At least for me, they didn't even really contact in the time from booking to arriving. But if anyone would like to have any communications having to do with the booking, this is where you would input that information. This is where you would put in your payment information, which includes that 3D secure card that I was talking about earlier. This is where you would put that payment information in. And then this is where it tells you what the deposit versus your on-site payment would be for this hotel. This is as far as I can go without actually putting credit card information in, but the page after this has you review everything that you have filled out for making this booking. You would click confirm, and then that is when you would get emailed your confirmation page and a condition document, which is your terms for your stay at the Tokyo Disney Resort. And that's all there is to it.
Especially if the room you want is also a park view of any type at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel and the Hotel near Costa. Those sell out really fast because they are very, very highly sought out. I hope you find that little demo to be helpful for you and kind of make things a little less stressful leading up to your booking window. Now that I've taken you through that process of making your own reservation, I'm going to talk a little bit about my own personal experience staying at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel to see if it aids you in figuring out which hotel is best for you. I stayed there for 2 nights this past May, and honestly it was the best Disney hotel I've ever stayed in, and I've stayed at a few in Florida of different levels. Just the grandeur of the hotel when you pull up and see that grand Victorian hotel, kind of on par with the Grand Floridian down in Florida. Definitely my favorite Disney hotel that I've stayed in ever. Speaking of the Grand Floridian, the lobby is very Grand Floridian-esque. It's very grand and kind of is like wow when you walk in, and honestly I think I like this one more. For my specific room, I stayed in the superior room, kind of on one of the lower levels, basically the cheapest room in the hotel. But honestly, it worked out really nicely because we ended up on the 1st floor near the gift shop, as well as right off of where the exit is to go into Tokyo Disneyland. A really awesome perk of staying at a Disney hotel as well is that you're able to buy your park tickets after you check in. That means we didn't have to stress about them before the trip, making sure everything was in order, loading everything into the app, and everything. We just needed to get that little paper that we get when we get our roomed keys, and we get the tickets from there. We also got to experience the Happy 15 early entry, and I believe that is the sole reason we got onto Beauty and the Beast without waiting at least 2 hours for it. So if anything, I think it's worth it to stay at the hotels to get that Happy Entry pass, because you can get the most popular attraction in whichever park you stay at out of the way first thing. Going back to the hotel, the theming of the main lobby and the other areas extend into the guest rooms quite a bit. I mean, look at all the cute theming. I mean, look at the cute illustrations behind the headboard of the beds. We, of course, took advantage of the hotel-themed pajamas every night. We were also given a bunch of amenities on each night of our stay. This seems to be the custom in Japanese hotels, as our hotel in Maine, Tokyo also did this, and something I really wish that they did in the US. For the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, however, the amenities included this cute little tin. This had cotton balls, a hair tie, Q-tips, kind of like just like a little mini amenity kit that had really anything, any small thing that you could possibly need. Pretty durable, like metal tins. You can really use it for whatever. While you can't take home the teacups they have, like buy like the electric kettle and all that, you did get to take home this little kid's cup. So it just sits in my bathroom, hanging out for whatever I need it for. It's very cute. It says Tokyo Disney on the back. It's fun. And also, probably one of my favorite parts, honestly, of the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, and really the Disneyland hotels in general, is that they give you postcards having to do with your hotel. And if you go down to the front desk with the stamp, they'll actually send them out for you, which is really nice. So I ended up doing that. I took one of the many postcards we acquired because they did restock them both days, so I have a lot of cards now. Usually they will give you ones themed to the hotel. So these are the two for Tokyo Disneyland Hotel. Very cute. One's just of the hotel itself, and one's like more of a pixie dusty kind of thing. And these are really cute. But when I was there, they had, it was during the kind of the beginning months of the Tokyo Disney Resort's 40th anniversary. So I got themed ones for that, which is cool. I got both Mickey and Minnie. I think Mickey was given to all the hotels, like whichever one you stayed at, you got Mickey, because it says like Tokyo, it says Disney hotels on the bottom. But meanwhile, the Minnie one I think was exclusive to if you stayed at the Tokyo Disney Resort, Tokyo Disneyland Hotel. I've seen others post that you got different characters in different hotels you stayed at, so further proves my theory. So if you want all of them, you can either go on eBay or you can collect them all at different hotel stays, like the Infinity Stones. But I got these ones because I like to scrapbook, and I really wanted one of these for my scrapbook, so I actually found someone selling them on eBay for $2, so I bought them that way. But if you were to go between now and when the 40th anniversary ends, these are the cards you will get. I don't know if you can ask for the other ones, I don't know if they have them laying around, but they will definitely give you these ones. Something else that they recently switched to, I think like a couple months before I left, like this year, it's a new thing. You used to get paper bags, like with the design of the hotel on it. They stopped doing that this year and instead give you these shopping bags, like these themed shopping bags. Which says Tokyo Disney Resort on the back. Oh, you cannot even see that. Tokyo Disney Resort on the back. I've used this plenty of times. I use it to go to the store or anything, so honestly I find this more useful than the paper bag. I would have probably still liked the paper bag for things like scrapbooking or whatever, but that's just me. I am a keepsake fiend. I keep everything, especially travel related things. But I think they really do a good job of having plenty of amenities that kind of make the hotel stay more special. So that's another thing I like about specifically my stay at Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, but I'm sure it's the same in other hotels as well. You really can't beat the location to Tokyo Disneyland when you stay at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel. Literally like 2 minutes in front of you is the resort. It's great. As well as the monorail, which we definitely took advantage of and rode around a few times while waiting for check-in. We definitely took advantage of this close proximity during our stay. We managed to ride every ride in Disneyland by the evening, which meant we did a lot of walking, which meant we got pretty tired. So having our room mere steps away from the park was super, super beneficial to us. We were also able to head back to put all of our stuff down and then head back to the park or whatever else we needed to do. Everything was right there, which was really nice. If Tokyo Disneyland, the park, is your main purpose for your visit, I would recommend trying to book at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, really just for the proximity. Like, it makes it easy to go back and forth. If you have little ones, like a nap is only a few steps away. I think that it's a good option. This also makes it super easy to get up and get in line for the Happy 15 early, because while it is open to only hotel guests staying at the Tokyo Disney Resort, it is still a lot of people trying to get in, and you want to be in the front of that, so that way you can get to your desired destination faster. We were supposed to be let in at 7:45 on the day that we were getting into the parks, and we got there I think around 7:15 a.m. and this is how far we were. So not too bad. You know, we were still relatively close. We got on by the time we got to B&B's and got in line, I think we got on within like 30 to 45 minutes, something in between there. There were quite a few people camped out on the ground in front of us by the time we got there. I don't know what we would have done if we had to go from like the Miracosta clear across the resort all the way to Disneyland. Just made it so easy staying at the Disneyland Hotel. So something to keep in mind if you do get the Happy 15 entry pass. Something to keep in mind that you still might want to show up a little early if you're dead set on not waiting a million years for some of these rides that are super popular. All in all, I'd say it's very much worth it to go through that whole process I showed you to book one of the Tokyo Disney Resort hotels, because it's just like an all-around great experience, especially being outside of Tokyo, like proper, like as it seems like with most Disney resorts, they are outside like the main city that they are from, like Tokyo, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Orlando, like they're outside. It's easier to stay in the bubble of that resort than it would be for you to go from, say, Shinjuku or Shibuya and go all the way out to Maihama, which is where Tokyo Disney Resort is actually located. It's doable. People do it. I just opted for, I would rather, move all my stuff there for the last couple days of my trip, not have to worry about trains, especially at the end of the night. I remember I saw all the people waiting at the JR station, and I didn't envy having to deal with the crowds there. If you want to just focus on Disney and Disney alone, I would recommend giving it a couple of days, and if you can, go to both parks. I didn't go to both parks when I was there. I only went to the one, because I am personally waiting for Fantasy Springs to open up in Disney Sea, which I think we just got an announcement for that it's coming next summer, so it will definitely be there by the time I come back, so I'm very excited for that. So if you really want the full experience and really want to just commit all that time to Disney and Disney alone, can't recommend it enough. You also can't beat Disney's theming and hospitality, as I had shown you before. And if you're going to Tokyo Disney, go big or go home. I firmly believe it's the best Disney park, so. Thanks for watching my first video. I hope you found it really helpful in your own trip planning, and you're more knowledgeable on Tokyo Disney Resort and the processes involved in planning a vacation there. If you liked it, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you want. I plan on covering many different travel topics on this channel, so feel free to subscribe to be notified when those drop. Super excited for what's to come on this channel. I have some ideas cooking at the moment, and I can't wait to share them with all you. Thanks again for watching my first video, and I'll see y'all soon.